Hello guys, Big Dave here, and today we're doing a Raid Shadow Legends video. Just had an announcement about buffs and nerfs, about some champs that you might have that might get improved, and some that are definitely getting nerfed. So I'll go over the skills, go over what's changing. I'll show you on the display because it wouldn't have changed yet. So I'll go over the champs and tell you if they've been improved or not. So let's get into it. So we'll start with the first one they've done on the list, which is Tila, which was weirdly which was my first Lego in the game. What they've done, I believe, they've upped her base speed from, well, it says 93 to 98 when ascended, but it's 92, so it's going up to 98 by the looks of it. So yeah, so her base speed's going up to 98. And I believe, which move is it? So Hell Drinker, Hell Drinker Scimitar, now still does this, but it also has a 50% chance of stealing another random buff if the target is under 2 or more debuffs. So makes a slightly better in the keeps. She was pretty decent in the keeps anyway, I think. Pretty much the one place that she is good. Yeah, so a slight improvement. So yeah, that's on the A1, and I believe it's the A2. So the A2 has been brought down to decreased to a 3 turn, so that'll be quite decent. So more usable. Attacks one enemy. Again, I'm not a massive fan of this skill, but I thought they should have been AOE, but they've now made it. What have they changed? 3 turn. Oh, but she places the continuous heal. They've taken away the critical, so now she can place the continuous heal on everybody without it being critical. So they've taken the critical away by the looks of it. So yeah, so she's the first. Might have some decent CC. Might be more usable now to keep your team alive. So that's pretty good. I wouldn't go raging about it. Right, so the other one here is, where is it? That's Robar. Where's Robar? There's Robar. So what have they done to Robar? They've upped his base speed to 97, so giving him 10 more. So now a little bit faster. And I'm guessing it's this one. Merciless attack. Now you can add fear, true fear, provoke, sleep, and stun. So they've added more to this, which now means he can basically, if you're under fear, true fear, freeze, provoke, sleep, or stun, he'll now do more damage. So not bad. Not a bad skill. Added more to it. Otherwise, they haven't really changed much. They just added sleep, stun, sleep, freeze, provoke, fear, and true fear to it. So that could be fairly good. Obviously hit a bit harder. So yeah, does he do fear or anything on his skills? Nah, not really. So yeah, you could partner him up with several different other champs and he'll hit a bit harder. We'll see. But looks reasonably okay. So the another one that I've got, which I'm quite happy about, they've upped the multipliers on this, which is, that's all they've done is they've upped the multipliers. The multipliers in this are 3. If they up this to 4, 4.5, this guy will be able to smack. If it's a big if, but it's 3.1, which is low, which is the reason why it's a bit of a moot point, because the multipliers are really low. But if they up it, definitely could be good. 4 or 5, 4, 4.5. Put him up there with Thunder, maybe. I doubt it, but they've upped in the multipliers here. But we'll see how much they up it by. So that's another one. And the one we've all been waiting on, which kind of makes me laugh. She is over here. Where is she? And I don't have her. It's Pixneal. So let me find the first skill that they've changed. Where is it? Right. So this now attacks one enemy. Has a 30% chance of placing a perfect veil buff for 1 turn on the ally with the lowest HP. Already does that. Are they up? They've probably put these already in. Yeah. Well, they've already updated. That's where the update was earlier, I'm guessing. So yeah, so they've updated this to attacks one enemy, places a veil. Right. What does the Frost Winter do? They've upped this to whenever an enemy places a freeze debuff on an ally, instead of a 20% chance now, it has a 50% chance. Okay? They've upped this, filling the turn meter to 35%. Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah. And she now removes any freeze debuff at the start of every turn. Pretty decent. Right. Yeah, they've made a. I wouldn't say it's game changing. They've changed it passive. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that, to be fair. I don't have her, but I don't know what to make of it. But that's what they're doing with her. Another one that's getting a buff, whether he needs it, I don't know, is this guy down here. Tomblord. They've upped this to 2 turns. So that is good. Really good. So now making him more clan boss viable. So that would be for 2 turns. So definitely now more clan boss viable, I would say. Instead of a 1 turn, which is good. So that'll be a 2 turn. Not bad. Where's Blight? Where's Blight? That's losing a cooldown. So that's now going to be a 4 turn. Really good. They've now basically made Tomblord now more clan boss friendly. He was anyway, but yeah. So that's been, and what they've done is they've taken that away, and now instead of defense, it's accuracy in Doom Tower. So you can see what they're trying to do with this guy. They're clearly trying to make him more usable in Doom Tower and obviously in Clan Boss. So yeah, nice buff, a cracking buff for Tomblord. You know, not that I feel that he needs one, but you know. And then another one that I've got I've got in the vault, if I can remember where he is. Where is he gone? Warchief. So what they've done here is Marauder is now a 3 turn, which means it'll be a 2 turn. So that will now be 2 turns, if I'm reading this right. Cooldown decreased to 3 turns. So yeah. So his provoke now will be now more usable in Magma Dragon, even though he was anyway. But yeah, not bad. And that's pretty much all they've done with him, is they've lowered that down to a 3 turn. The next one is, we're going back up to High Elf. I'm doing these in the wrong order. Right, where is he? Everyone's favorite archer? Not really. Bacillus Rohanus. What they've done is here. The multipliers on this is 1. So 1 3 times, which is dreadful. It is. It's a dreadful skill. It hits, doesn't hit like it should. My thinking is if they up this to 2, he'll be, that 1 hit will be insane for bosses, I think, personally. That's what I think it'll be. What else have they done? Yeah, they've buffs, block buffs. Yeah, they've already added it in. That's what they've done. We'll ignore increase defense buffs. So now he's going to be really good for single targets in arena. So if you're facing a Sifi, that's what my thinking is here. So yeah, pretty good. This has now had a damage multiplier. I didn't check this, but they've upped the damage on this. So we'll see what the multipliers are like. What else have they done here? They've made it 75% chance to stun. So now that's an AoE stun. That will now be a full stun, with books. So Bacillus has definitely had a buff. That's kind of crazy. So he's now 100% if you book him. Pretty good. Absolutely outstanding, I think. I don't have one. I know people who do, but this could make him viable. Genuine. Because if he can fully stun, and you could even use this guy for accuracy and just stun the whole team. Especially with his A1, A2, now basically ignoring increased defense. It's kind of crazy, to be fair. Might have a new arena nuker, guys. Maybe. But we'll see. Don't have this guy, unfortunately, but never mind. Yeah, so... And, yeah, the everything else still applies. Okay, so the next one is... If I can remember what faction this guy is. He's undead, I believe. Crypt King. Crypt King Graal. What they've done here, I believe, is this one. I'm trying to work this out. 100% chance instead if the target is under HP. Yeah, this now will be, I believe, will be 100% if has a 100% chance instead if the target is under HP burn debuff or freeze debuff. So basically, they've added, if he's under freeze or HP burn, that will definitely land. The decrease attack will definitely land. That's pretty sweet. They've improved death fire by the look of it. They've added the multipliers up on this one. So that should be fairly good. I don't know how that's going to work for a lot of people because they use this guy. Is it... And this now not 3 times, it's everybody. So that now will be everybody. So he can now place HP burn himself. It's pretty good. You can now use him instead of having to use Sissia. So that's pretty good. And I believe, yeah, so... And a 75% chance to HP burn, which would be 100% fully booked. So Crypt King Graal has now become... You can now use him on his own without having to use anybody else, because that will now be 100% on Spider. So yeah, really good. Outstanding. And the one I think most people are going to be really happy about, if it translates like it says on paper, is this girly. War Mother. So her base attack, defense, and bomb damage multipliers have been increased, but her HP has been decreased. So it now looks like she's going to be key to Bommel. So it looks like what they've done... Where's Special Brew? There's that one, isn't it? So this will now have 100%. The damage will now be 100% more with her. So my thinking is they finally realise they need to start buffing these bomb champs for Bommel, because he is weak to bombs. Well, he's supposed to be. But they've already added that. No, they've already added that in. So it's now attacks on enemies. Places a bomb debuff the denies after 2 turns. 2 bombs then. 2 bombs when ascended. Yeah, okay. So 100%. Yeah, they've added that in. Why have they added that in? Yeah, so it means now she should do more damage. She should. Right, but Mother's Touch... Right. She now doesn't need to be critical. She just now needs to have increased attack on her. And then she'll blow up all of the bombs. Yeah, so I think they've done this to sort of make her more meta relevant against Bommel. The problem being though is that she's magic and he's force. But he is on this rotation. So unless they change him, I still think that could still hit weak. Yeah, so again, they might need to change his affinity, but I like the fact that they've made her, instead of critical, increased attack. So that's fairly good. So she could be good against Bommel. So brilliant. And then the last buff before the nerf of all nerfs. So the next buff is to another orc, which is this guy, who's also in my vault. So this is now decreased to a 3 turn, which is good. Which is now might make him slightly more viable, so you don't have to wait so long. So that's pretty good. Otherwise, from that, yeah, it says it there. Each critical hit. Yes, what it doesn't say is that what they changed here is each critical hit fills his champion's turn meter by 20. So theoretically, if he's attacking everybody and they crits on everyone, he'll get a full turn meter bar. If I'm reading that right, we'll see. We'll test that when it drops. I'll build this guy out and test it. So that should be a bit of fun if that does work like it says it does. And then Lord of War. This now places a weaken debuff if the attack is critical. That's the only change here. It still decreases the turn meter, but it places a weaken. So, brilliant. Could be good. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing how that works. And the nerf of nerfs just sums up my luck. It sums up my week, this one does. Urgot. Yes. They waited nearly 2 months to nerf this guy, and they've now nerfed him. What they've done, I pulled this guy on the weekend as well, the weekend gone, and I built him out, and he's been brilliant. I did a video on him, yeah, and now they've absolutely, have they nerfed him considerably? Yeah, I think so. What they've done to go over it, this now is 2 turns, 2 times instead of 3, so he'll now only put 2 poisons on. Otherwise, somehow they haven't really changed it. Right, so what they've done is they've nerfed it down to 2 turns. So he'll only now put 2 poisons instead of a chance of 3. So, yeah. They haven't messed with that. Thankfully. But they have messed with this. What they've done here, instead of 3, it's now 2. So it's 2 poisons. And this now isn't 2 continuous heals, it's 1. So, yeah. They have absolutely nerfed him. Why they've waited this long to do it, I don't know. A part of me understands it, but why not do this on launch? Why do this after... We all try to pull this guy because we all use him as solo for Dragon. And now, I can't. I will do a video on the nerf. I'll do a comparison to what he was before and what he was after. But my thinking is with this, they've completely nerfed him. So what it means for him right now is he won't heal. He won't heal as much on his continuous heals. You only have 1 instead of 2. And the poisons will be a lot less. So they've nerfed the poisons down. 1 on the A1 and another 1 on the A3. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Oh, and yeah, I also forgot to mention, this is now, they've put an extra turn on this as well. So instead of a 3 turn, it's now a 4 turn. So... even if you speed him up, I now think this guy now isn't viable. He did the same before, but yeah, I'm gutted about this. Not going to lie. I put a lot of effort and resources into this guy over the weekend, and now pretty much probably isn't usable now. No, that's regen for somebody else now, because I genuinely think that's him done. I don't think he's going to be able to solo Dragon without that continuous heal. He might be able to, maybe I'm wrong, but I will test it. I will show a video, the same video I showed in the other one with Bad Ale and him. What can you say? They've absolutely and utterly nerfed him. So, yeah, it is what it is, guys. I can't say much more than that. If you don't mind, guys, do me a solid, throw a like, a follow, and a comment on this video if you want to. I'll link my Twitch and my Discord below. Let me know your thoughts. It's gutting. It's gutting what they've done, but they've done it, so we just have to live with it now. So if you're as pissed off as I am, leave it in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Big Dave out.